I don't know what color your eyes are, baby, but your hair is long and brown. Legs are long. Hey, welcome back to the SteelerWadeShow. Big news! Hires! You don't get Heinz Ward. Damn. Thanks for checking me out. This SteelerWadeShow. And let's go 50-50 chance on me checking out my notes quickly. We got two new hires. I did it right. So we have Tom Arth is a passing. He was a passing game coordinator for the Chargers. He is our new quarterback coach. So Sullivan is out and good. And Zach Azzanni is the new wide receivers coach. That's the one who filled the position that we were all hopeful that Heinz Ward would do. And isn't it exciting? But wait, there's more. Azzanni was the assistant head coach and wide receiver coach for Central Michigan. His alma mater, Michigan! Sorry. Michiganders! I'm coming to you from, I don't want to wipe off my notes, Southwest Michigan. Please press the like button if you would. It helps me along with my views. And so he gives this call. So, like, I was like thinking of like I was gonna be like a thief. Like I listen to so many podcasts and things like that. My favorite podcast is the Afternoon Drive by Steelers Now, And I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna straight up swipe what Zachary Smith had said on his show, about he broke this out on the show, And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be like a thief. Like you can't spell thief without IE, you know what I mean? Like, and it's I don't know. I was like, oh, I'm a real gangster, I'm gonna do this and that, I'm help my bride put on these curtains, I'm taking care of tasks, and I'm trying to write, this and that, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna swipe. I'm straight swiping. Um, you know, what they broke out on their show. It's my favorite show, you know. And they're doing some really cool shit over there right now. Maybe I'll get to that later if I remember. But I'm like, they really made me, like, I couldn't even watch the show last night. I was trying to do this podcast, the one I did last, and I'm like, oh my God. They're just like, wait. I didn't get to watch the show till this morning, so fuck them, you know what I mean? Love them, but fuck them, you know what I mean? So I was going to swipe this info, and they're like, by the time I get around to doing this podcast, it's already out there. I don't feel tardy, but so it's the deal about it was I didn't really care about the swiping shit, but it's these soap operas, right? Like he was the one. Hey, come on here, be a walk-on to Central Michigan. Antonio Brown was a quarterback. He's the cat that says, you know what I mean? He says, be a wide receiver. Now, I don't know. There are men out there that are magical. I'm just saying. Who knows, man? These are the days of our lives. I swear. And on that, I have to give another shout out to the that show, Steelers Now. I know I have his name. It was like bees. God, he was really good. But he's the voice. I know I wrote it. This can't see. But his name is Brandon. Check out the show. I'm going to put the link down there. He's the voice for the intro for the Afternoon Drive. And it's really rad. But like if I would have like an intro, I would have Nick Fairwell do it like super. I like get him like a little. I like whatever liquor he likes. I get him all sauced up and get him all Howard Caselli. You know what I mean? That's how I do my intro. You know, but um, what else are we talking about today? So what I'm saying is like it's like you hear about these two people and you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not very exciting. Just how we felt like with Smith, right? And then before you know it, oh, he was the guy that called Antonio Brown to be a wide receiver. Could have been, would have been the greatest ever. Toes, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's just this soap opera. What an off season, folks. We are just in the days ahead. These people that are so good at this journalism, who I tip my hat off to all the time. I said in my last podcast, please press like and subscribe. It really would help. That like this guy that I like, Jeff Hartman, I believe his name is, on the Steelers Curtain Network. He was talking about a week ago on a podcast. I don't recall which one, but he was talking about how the off season is the opportunity to promote changes. I might have said this in another podcast. I don't remember. And then recently, you've really got to check out Steelers Now Afternoon Drive, because they're bringing in guys and you just have an opportunity to be proud of fellas. I'll leave it at that. Check them out. But it's cool about the whole you have an opportunity this is the best opportunity to introduce changes. Steelers Now is doing that, and I assume Jeff Hartman is doing it with Steel Curtain Network. They're very big, but I wanted to I know a lot of people out there follow Art Motes, and he was making a little fuss, not a fuss, but he's talking about like making it funny about how many Arthurs there are now. You know what I mean? In this organization, he's like, you never have enough Arthurs. Now we got this Tom Arth. Mindy makes fun of me. My bride is named Mindy, but she makes fun of me because, like to me, it's Tom Arth. I don't know how you talk, but that's how I would pronounce it, I would imagine. But she always pokes at saying North. You know what I mean? You go North, North. However people say it, And so we got a lot of Arthurs around here, you know what I mean? And it's a great thing. It's a great thing, folks. Great thing. I did want, with this quarterback, this is a little thing. Like with this quarterback thing, quarterback coach, I did want somebody young. I like I wanted Smith to have a guy. I wanted him to have a young guy. Like I'd like to have a young guy. Like I mean, not like I want to like come on guys, no gay jokes. But I was hoping for a younger minded coach. I didn't want I didn't want Sullivan back. Just take the training. Just figure it out. So I'm excited, and I know a lot of these people are going to bring out things that we can all look into deeper, like myself, and get our perspectives, and you'll get your perspectives. I appreciate all the comments. Please, if you have something to say, just say it. Say it. You read all the dumbassery, and all these different things like X and Facebook and this and that. We all see the things that we're like, oh my God. Justin Fields. But, follow me on X, SteelerWadeShow. Press like for the video. The last thing that I wanted to say was that Carl Weathers passed and Toby Keith passed. And I'll say with Toby Keith. If you didn't know, when Heinz Field opened up, their first home game, he sang the national anthem. So there might be something extra special in that. When it happened, I think it was Monday morning or whatever. But the crew, I'm a carpenter, union carpenter, South Bend, but we just played Toby Keith until we just, figured, if we keep listening to it, we'll start drinking and we won't get any work done. You know what I mean? So hats off to him. And but Carl Weathers, I've been a big Rocky fan. I'm sure a lot of you are. My all-time favorite movie of all time is Rocky 2. Of over any movie out there that's ever been made. Rocky 2, Reservoir Dogs, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But he reminds me one of the lines, but this isn't in Rocky 2. This is in Rocky 1. Nobody's going to fight him, right? He's trying to figure out who he's going to fight, And I relate this to being a podcaster out there with all these men and women who do such good reporting and journalism. I'm not even in the years that they have, and it's nothing. But he goes, what this fight needs is a novelty. Well, maybe I'm a novelty. So I appreciate your time. I really do. Please tell your friends. And if you have any good ideas, but if you have an idea that I'd like to comment on, I'm not a big quarterback commenter. So other than that, I'll do my best. I would love to hear some just interesting comments. Folks, Steeler Nation, thanks for checking me out. AMF.